Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm participating in a Valentine's dessert collaboration hosted by Christie's Farmhouse, and I'm Merrily Melissa. For my Valentine's dessert, I'm making frosted sugar cookie bars. I know that Valentine's Day is associated with chocolate, which is why I'm doing just the opposite. These sugar cookie bars are soft and chewy, and they're just topped with a mound of delicious buttercream frosting. To my stand mixer, I'm going to cream 1 cup of butter. We're going to mix this for about 1 minute on medium speed until it's nice, soft, and fluffy. Now to our butter, I'm going to add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now we'll cream our butter, eggs, sugar, and vanilla until everything comes together and it's nice and smooth. Now we're going to get ready for our dry ingredients. I know in recipes they say get out a medium bowl, add your dry ingredients, whisk it together. But why? Why dirty another bowl? So I have 1.5 cups of flour here. Into that I'm going to be adding baking soda or powder, baking soda, cornstarch, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I can just whisk it in here. I can just whisk it in the measuring cup and add the dry ingredients to our wet ingredients. So I have my mixing bowl on very low speed, and I'm just going to add the dry ingredients to it. Now we're going to mix this just until the ingredients come together. It's going to be pretty thick. So I thought, to be festive, I would add some sprinkles. These are jimmies, I guess they can be referred to. Do not use the nonpareils because they will just melt and make your sugar cookie bars a gray mess. And I'm doing this just with a spatula before we put it in our pan to bake. I have a lined 8x8 baking pan. I've lined it with tin foil. You can line it with parchment paper or just spray it with nonstick spray, totally up to you. We're going to put our batter in here, spread it around, and then we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Because our dough is really sticky, I've wet my fingers with a little bit of water as I'm pressing it into the pan. It helps, otherwise you're just going to have it sticking all over your fingers. All right, these are ready to get into the oven. I've pressed them as evenly as I possibly can. Make sure you don't overbake these because we want them soft and chewy on the inside. Lightly browned on the top is fine. While our sugar cookie bars are baking, let's get our buttercream ready. For our buttercream, we're going to add 3/4 cup of butter. That's like a stick and a half. And we're going to beat this on high speed until it's nice and fluffy. To our butter, we're going to add in 2¼ cups of powdered sugar. We'll also add a little bit of milk because this is going to be pretty thick, so we want to thin it out a bit. Now we'll beat our buttercream until it's light, fluffy, and has just about doubled in volume. I wanted to show you our sugar cookie bars and what they look like. So they're lightly browned, as you can see, and if yours sink a little bit in the middle, that is perfectly okay. Mine sunk a little bit, not too much. For our buttercream, I've transferred it into this bowl, and you may say to yourself, oh my God, that looks like a ton of frosting. I don't want all that frosting. You can definitely half this buttercream recipe if you're not like a fan of tons of buttercream, like I am. To our buttercream, I've added like 1 drop of gel. So let's see what we get. Looks like it's going to come out into a nice light pink, which is what I want. I think this has turned out really well. And make sure that your sugar cookie bars are cooled completely before you frost, or else you're going to just get a drippy mess. And I'm going to take the frosting and I'm just going to dump it right on here like this. The reason I'm keeping the sugar cookie bars in the pan is because the pan is going to act like a mold so that I can spread this out evenly, just like that. Next, we need to cut our bars into 3 even strips, wiping the knife between each cut. We'll do that again so that we get a total of 9 equal bars. Now I had a couple ideas for these. These are sprinkles. They're just regular heart sprinkles, and these are nonpareils. And I thought what I would do with the nonpareils is I'd put the nonpareils in a heart. What I wanted to do, I'll just use this one because we're just doing the small heart, is I wanted to put it on one of the bars, and I wanted to take the nonpareils and just sprinkle them inside like that, so it made a heart shape. And let's see what happens. There we go. There, I turned it toward you so that you could see. And we're just about finished up. Well, I think these turned out great, and I think they would be a very festive addition to any Valentine's Day table. And of course, we need to try one. I need to try one. I'm not going to eat this whole thing. I'm just cutting off a little bit, and I'm really impressed with how the sprinkles came out in the sugar cookie bar. Let's see. They are delicious. It's like this explosion of sweetness in your mouth. Oh my gosh. Well, I had a lot of fun filming this video for the collaboration. Well, thanks for joining me today, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to check out the playlist in the description below. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.